Hello, everyone. My name is Stephen Choi. Welcome to the show. This is Trading with Livevol. This is where I trade my Reg T account, my personal account using LVX, and I kind of show you guys what I do and how I do it. So my last broadcast was about 2 days ago. I haven't done anything since that day. Pretty much stayed status quo, and let me actually fix this real quick. The airline has got a downgrade from Deutsche Bank this morning, so looks like all the airliners are down. But essentially, I stopped trading because number one, I was losing. But in my opinion, one of the things that I do is I try to find trends, and then I essentially bet on those trends. And in this past month, every trend that I thought was going to happen didn't happen. It actually did the exact opposite. So if I can show you guys, like even in late 2014 to February, if you look at it, basically the market was kind of just selling back and forth. But when you had this kind of a sell that turned into a buy, you actually could make money because you would actually buy at points when you think the selling was over, and basically the market would rally and you can make money that way. So you can see it happened here, 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 all look kind of bullish, and then if you actually acted on it, you would have done pretty well. In the past month, the exact opposite has happened. Basically, anytime the signal kind of showed you that maybe it was bullish or bearish, basically the exact opposite happened. Case in point, my last time I aired or did the show was the 27th, where I said it was kind of boring, right? So it was 50-50 in my opinion where it was going to go down or up. But the following day, when the market went up like this, I was thinking the market might actually have a continuation, right? So here was the final sell-off, made a lower low, and here we go. We're going to go up. I was thinking of buying some calls. The only thing that stopped me was, well, there's two things. One, just because I've been wrong, so I wasn't as confident. And number two, you can see how the VIX actually ended above the 7-day moving average, which made, like, the VIX chart made it look like it was going to go higher, which meant like the market was going to sell off. So because there was no confirmation on the VIX, I essentially didn't do anything, mostly because I've been wrong this past month. So usually when I'm wrong, I try to be more conservative. If I'm right, I try to be more aggressive, and I kind of try to do it that way. So today, essentially, I'm kind of checking out what would happen. Normally, if the market closed like at the bottom here, usually that would kind of prompt me to buy puts. But just because the market is always doing something that opposite of what I think it's going to happen, I'm not sure that I'm going to put any trades down. The only thing I've been doing is continuing buy UUP calls. So I have 30 of them now, the Jan 24. I want to get to up to 50 maybe. And then in YHOO, because I'm bullish on Alibaba, I'm long these January calls. And I bought YHOO just because I thought they weren't valuing the core business of YHOO itself, and I thought that could help me buffer just in case Alibaba went further down. So basically, the lockup period ended, and for Alibaba, and pretty much the lockup period ended, but people sold ahead of time. This chart does not look too bullish to me. but it could change pretty quickly. It looks like it's kind of consolidating. Maybe, I feel like under 80, there will be a lot of buyers. So unless something, some news came out that changes their business altogether. So I thought maybe, from like 80 to 75 or 80 to 70 is where the risk was. But, I think it'll just kind of like trade like this, and then hopefully it'll start turning back up again. But those are my 2 trades. For those of you guys who didn't follow the futures, basically what happened was after we closed last night and Asian market opened, essentially we actually sold off to, I think the futures were down like 25 points or something, like to 2033, which meant that we had an implied open of 2040 on the SPX. And then when the European market opened, and then they started announcing their PMIs, essentially we rallied to a positive, and then before the market opened, we started selling off again. And currently we're at like kind of limbo, right? So the daily chart looks kind of bearish. If I look at the hourly chart, it kind of looks like it's turning a little bearish. 15-minute chart does not look bearish. And the 5-minute chart looks kind of bullish. So so essentially that's basically what happened. I have YHOO, UUP. I pretty much don't have anything else. Let me show you guys real quick. So this is my account right now. Basically it's pretty flat. There's nothing really going on. I don't have any like significant bet. You can see right here, I'm only long $105,000 deltas, and most of that I think is from most of that is from UUP and VOYA. If you guys remember VOYA, I actually bought these calls because this guy bought 6,000 of them. Oh, what happened here? I didn't see this. I just saw it now. Looks like he did 6,000. Yeah, so it looks like he sold it. So he sold at 165. So he's getting out, most likely. So today I was actually looking at this going like, well, it's kind of recovering, but maybe he doesn't feel confident in this trade. So yeah, so he's rolling out of these and rolling into these, but for less. So he's still bullish, but maybe he thinks he needs a longer time period, right? So I'm not going to do this now. If he didn't roll over to the next month, I would probably sell. My guess is, should I roll over to the next month, or should I just call it a day and just close out the position, right? So I'm going to think about that a little bit. I'll see how it goes. I'm kind of torn after this. After this video, I'll probably look at it a little bit and see if I should just close it. There's probably a good chance I'll close just because it hasn't really panned out correctly. So just holding it and rolling it seems like just trying to hope for something to happen, and usually that's not that great. So that's my kind of my analysis, is the fact that it's hard to kind of bet in this kind of market because it's just all over the place. There's no pattern that's forming unless you're just buying, doing the opposite of what the market is doing from the previous day. Then you probably had a fantastic month. But just in terms of the way I trade, which is kind of like see the trend and then bet on that trend. It hasn't really worked. So, you know, my thinking is, as I'm not doing as well, I'm just going to take it easy, kind of wait, and then wait for when it sets up better for me, like back here. So sometimes your best trading is not trading. So my account hasn't done too well, as you can see, right? So the last thing I want to do is kind of like double up. So while I was making money here, basically I could be aggressive, but now that like all my, you know, and I tried like all these different trades, and none of them really worked. Essentially, I'm just gonna take it easy for a little bit and kind of relax, right? Just see how everything goes before I started putting trades on again. Now, if the market sells off here at the end of the day, and the VIX is and kind of high, there would be some temptation to maybe buying some puts, but I'll see how that goes. Essentially, I'm just not confident that I'm going to be right in either case. So, but you know, it's okay. Time will change. Eventually, it'll sort itself out, and then you'll have opportunities again, like here or like here. There might be a big opportunity to buy puts somewhere here, but we'll see. Essentially, like it has to kind of give you enough confidence that the market's going to sell off, and the momentum and the news has to pretty much back your thinking. But hopefully your trading is going better. If you guys are struggling, just take it easy, because the last thing you'll do is lose all your money when trading is going bad. If you're trading well, be aggressive. But just so you guys know, you can make money quickly in options. You know, so you can, you know, as you can see, I made, if you look at the low point, like down 10 to up 70, essentially I made 80,000 in a couple of months. And then, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have some bullets, you have some money to trade. The last thing you want to do is blow out while you're on a losing streak, right? Because the winning streak will come. You just have to be patient. Sometimes it's very, very hard to do just because you feel like you need to make that money back right now. But essentially, you just have to show some patience and see how things develop. But other than that, hope everything is going well. I will be here tomorrow as well. I'm going to be off the following week, so I won't be broadcasting, but I'll try to maybe explain what I'm thinking for the next week. Other than that, take care, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.